In a small, peaceful village surrounded by lush, green hills, the villagers eagerly awaited the arrival of the rain every year. The rain was not just water falling from the sky, it was life, hope, and the promise of prosperity. One year, however, the skies remained dry for far longer than usual. The once vibrant fields turned brown, and the streams that flowed through the village dried up. The villagers, worried and desperate, gathered at the village square to discuss what they could do. Among them was a young boy named Liam. He was known for his curiosity and his deep love for nature. Liam loved the sound of the rain tapping on his window, the smell of wet earth, and the sight of droplets clinging to leaves. He couldn't bear to see his village suffer. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Liam climbed to the top of the tallest hill. He carried with him a small, handmade flute that his grandmother had given him. Sitting under the old oak tree, he began to play a melody he had composed, a song for the rain. His music was soft and full of longing, like a prayer to the skies. As he played, the wind seemed to carry his tune far and wide. Birds perched on branches to listen, and the trees swayed gently as if moved by his melody. Hours passed, and Liam played until his fingers ached. Just as he was about to stop, a cool breeze brushed against his face, and the first drop of rain fell on his cheek. He looked up in wonder as dark clouds began to gather, and soon the sky opened up, releasing a gentle, steady rain. The villagers, hearing the sound of rain, rushed outside with joy. They laughed and danced in the streets, grateful for the life-giving water. Liam stood on the hill, his heart full of happiness, knowing he had done something meaningful for his village. From that day on, whenever the rains were late, the villagers would ask Liam to play his flute. Though some believed it was just a coincidence, others were certain that Liam's music had the power to call the rain. And so Liam's melody became a cherished tradition, a reminder of the beauty of nature and the magic of hope. As the years passed, Liam grew older, but his love for nature and his flute never faded. Every rainy season, the villagers would gather around him, sitting in the square or on the hills, listening to his soothing melodies as they awaited the first signs of rain. One year, however, a terrible drought struck the land. The skies stayed clear for months, and the rivers dried completely. Even the strongest crops withered, and the animals struggled to survive. The villagers were filled with despair, and they turned to Liam, begging him to play his flute once more. Liam, though older now, climbed the familiar hill. His steps were slower, but his determination was strong. This time, he didn't just carry his flute, he carried his belief in the connection between humans and nature. Sitting under the same oak tree that had sheltered him for years, he closed his eyes and played. But this time, his melody was different. It was not just a song for rain, it was a song of gratitude for the earth, the skies, and the life they provided. The music echoed across the hills and valleys, reaching places far beyond the village. Animals paused to listen, the leaves rustled in harmony, and even the dry, cracked ground seemed to hum softly with the tune. Hours turned into the night, but Liam played on, pouring all his heart into the melody. Finally, as dawn broke and the first rays of sunlight illuminated the horizon, a cool breeze swept through the village. The air grew heavy, and dark clouds rolled in, spreading across the sky like a blanket. Then with a loud clap of thunder, the heavens opened and rain poured down in torrents. The villagers ran outside, crying tears of relief and joy. They danced in the rain, their faces turned upward, letting the drops wash away their fears and sorrows. Liam, exhausted but content, smiled as he watched his village come back to life. From that day onward, Liam's story became a legend, passed down through generations. The villagers built a small shrine under the oak tree, honoring both Liam and the bond between humans and nature. And though Liam eventually grew too old to play, his flute was placed in the shrine, a symbol of hope and harmony. Even now, when the skies grow dry, the villagers visit the hill, standing under the old oak tree to remember Liam's song. They believe that as long as they care for the earth and respect its gifts, the rain will always return, just as it did for the boy who played a melody of hope.